which we're going to talk pairing live. What's on the menu?
So on the menu today is a homage to you.
Really?
And the first time we cooked together, remember?
How many years ago was that?
I don't even remember the like how long ago it was, but I made you that blue cheese tenderloin.
It was incredible. Are we some blue cheese in the mix today?
Close. So we're making something called a Gun Tomahawk, and the reason it's called a Gun Tomahawk is after we put it to smoke, really low heat, we set it up on there in something called an afterburner, where a really high amount of heat gives you a nice crust, but the inside is still medium. We're making a compound butter with blue cheese.
Oh,
and
butter is better.
Yes, and we're crusting the tomahawk with dates while it's smoking. So after it's done, you take those dates, you dice them, you put the blue cheese, so it's a date and blue cheese Gun Tomahawk.
You still haven't explained the Top Gun reference.
The Top Gun reference is when this goes on there,
yeah,
it sets it on fire.
Like a jet.
Like an afterburner.
On the plane.
On the plane.
Got you. I was wondering.
Can you cue Top Gun music?
we can find some. I was like, is that made from Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
How consent. And then we've got actually some beautiful cuts of meat. We've got the Wagyu as well. What are we making with this in front of us?
So this is Wagyu strip loin that's cut really thin. If you go to a steakhouse, normally this would be a 1/4 inch thick or thicker. 4 minutes aside, cut medium. But what we're going to do with this, because it's Wagyu, when you slice it really thin, literally instantly on the grill, super quick, with a honey garlic Mirin glaze over fried rice, sesame, chopped chives, the easiest meal you'll have in 15 minutes.
Well, you've made it even easier, because I was like, how are we going to cook rice on the barbecue? But actually, we went downstairs to Spinneys deli section.
Yeah, we got that ready to go.
We are all about the hacks today. So when we think about over the course of the next kind of 45 minutes or so, the timelines, what are we going to be doing first?
I would say we want to get this on the grill right away. And what's cool about this is all we're going to do is this is called a dry rub. And there's different versions of this. You could put salt, pepper, garlic, which is
the SPG.
Oh man!
Do you think I wasn't doing my homework before today?
So we're going to do this on both sides.
Guys, make sure you're tuning into YouTube. We are live, so you can see exactly what Chef Hattem Mattar is doing. We've got an incredible piece of tomahawk steak here. As you can hear the crunching, but hop on over to the Dubai Eye 103.8 YouTube channel.
Tell me what's the thing you smell the most in there?
There's warmth in there. Is there some cumin, some chili?
Oh, get this girl a chef's jacket.
Oh my goodness.
Get this girl a chef's jacket.
It smells really, really fantastic.
This comes pre-made from Spinneys. It's called barbecue seasoning, and it literally has everything you could possibly want on your steak. So we're going to apply a liberal amount, and then...
Are you going to massage it?
This is the trick. No, I would massage it if we weren't going to do this, but we're going to take these dates.
So these are dates that have been de-seeded, split in half, and now we're just pressing them.
Look. So
it's...
Do you want to grab a date? Do you want a date?
I love to date. Can I help?
Yes.
So while we're doing this, tell me about this tomato confit. What's going on with that? What have you been doing?
That's a side. We took Pure Harvest tomatoes. You know Pure Harvest?
Yeah, local company, amazing.
They make the best tomatoes. They're super sweet. They literally come from 100 kilometers away. And what we do is garlic, rosemary, salt, pepper, a little bit of za'atar, and then they reduce down into that, and this will be an accompaniment. We've got the oyster mushrooms that we're going to do with olive oil and honey.
Lovely.
And this is this is your vegetable instead of asparagus. You know, the typical
like
the side that you would put carrots, asparagus. This is something that's got a lot of sweetness.
And just for anyone that's not watching on YouTube, although I do urge you to hop on over, in terms of the tomatoes you use, there's a mix of sizes there as well. So
correct.
We've got some cherry tomatoes. What are the big guys?
Do you know, it's not just a question of sizes. You know, they taste different.
Oh.
So the smaller tomatoes, they're called candy tomatoes.
Are they sweet?
And they're super sweet. And don't forget, we've got blue cheese that's on the steak. So you're going for all of the flavors in one bite. You get a little bit of sweetness, you get a little bit of blue cheese, you get the garlic, the rosemary, and I don't think there's a better steak meal out there.
Oh, it looks incredible. So our tomahawk has had that beautiful Spinneys dry rub. We've been pressing those, really kind of gooey, fudgy dates in there. What's going to happen to the sugar content when we put those dates on the grill?
Because we're offset grilling, which means we're not putting it directly over the heat. We're putting it on the other side of the grill with a piece of oak. So essentially we're smoking this with the dates. All of those sugars slowly are going to caramelize while the fat is rendering out, and it's going to give us an incredible flavor that you couldn't get from direct grilling.
Do you think it's ready to put time to put them on?
100%, it's ready to go.
All right, guys, we're going to put this on, and in just a few minutes, we're going to have Tom Harvey from Spinneys joining us, talking about this incredible produce and where it come from. He's been to the farm, right? Which one are we going to?
Here we go. You can see white smoke is coming from this one.
Tell us a little bit about how long this barbecue's been fired up for.
It's a question of temperature and not a question of time. You see here?
Ah.
Right? So if you've got that temperature, this is a high heat smoke. You realize that none of the other ones have white smoke coming out of them. So this one looks that way because we've got a piece of oak, and this side of the grill has no heat at all. It's charcoal on this side, and I learned more physics in barbecue than I learned in physics class. Essentially, when we do this, right? And then where the holes are is going to force the smoke over the tomahawk, because if I had it this way, all of the heat would go this way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
This is a science.
Physics 101.
Physics with Chef Hattem Mattar today. That tomahawk is now on the grill. How long is it going to hang out there for?
We can leave it as long or as little as we want. We're going to let this go all the way until the end of the show, and then afterburner it maybe 10 minutes before dinner time.
Tell us a little bit about the tomahawk as a cut. What do you look for when you're grilling with it? What should we look for when we're shopping for it?
That's a fantastic question. Look at this piece of ribeye. The tomahawk is a ribeye that's still on the bone. The Americans have something called prime rib. You know, the standing prime rib roast? It's this on the bone. And if you look at the tomahawk, it looks exactly like this, the bone going all the way here. There's a cut here called the spinalis, which you can take out, but this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a marbling that tells you that the cow's been well fed. It's got a very good heritage, a very good breed, and on the Wagyu cut, the higher the white content is, the more flavor you're going to have.
Fat is flavour. You've got with that ribeye, you have got this kind of central area of fat as well. What are you looking for if you are cooking a ribeye at home to know that it's ready?
Do you know the steak test?
I don't know. Oh, the fingers.
Remember
okay.
this one?
This is definitely one for YouTube, guys, so hop on over so you can figure out. You can learn with me. Okay, what are we doing?
So, do this.
The okay sign.
Feel this with your hand before you do it.
So you're going to make a kind of okay sign with your...
Pinky. Do pinky
Oh,
first.
pinky.
Oh, sorry. Index finger
Index
first.
finger to thumb.
Right, and then you do this.
This fleshy part of your hand.
Yeah, that's rare. Okay?
So this is kind of...
It's got a firmness to it.
It's got a firm, yeah.
It's got a firmness to it. But versus what it is at the end, you'll see the difference. Then, this is medium.
So this is the middle finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, medium well.
Touch your ring finger to your thumb for medium well.
Yeah, and then pinky, feel how.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
How do you feel if you went out for dinner?
You know, I just did
and someone's like, I would love a really well done steak.
At our restaurant in Faya, we have a conversation with people that order well done. We actually tell them we're all out of steak. And we don't, because we don't want to say we don't serve well done steak. We say, oh, I'm sorry, we just ran out of ribeye, but we've got medium. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I'll take medium. And they take it.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, we don't serve well done steak.
Why not have that education piece? Or can we, now you've got the power of the microphone.
100%.
Is it a bit of a sacrilege?
It's not a bit of a sacrilege. It's a cultural thing. Middle Eastern traditions and Islamic traditions don't like blood. And they think that that red liquid that comes out on the plate is blood, which it's not. It's myoglobin, which is the liquid that holds the blood. Because obviously for Islamic slaughtering purposes, all of the blood's been drained. But that's an education thing that you're not going to have tableside when the guy's out for Valentine's dinner. You know what I mean? So,
now we divert instead.
Exactly. We just say, listen, we don't have well done steak, but we ran out of well done steak, but we've got some medium cooking.
Do you know, Hattem Mattar with us today. If you are watching on YouTube, you're going to get some exclusive content in just a few minutes about the power of resting the meat. Why this is so important. We're also going to be hopping over and seeing some of the most used food emojis. 4001 to send that there. You can also comment on YouTube. This is your chance to win 500 dirhams to spend in Spinneys. You're a friend of the show, Hattem. You cannot win this prize. But if you were but if I was to give you this voucher and you go downstairs to the Meydan store, what would you be spending that money on?
I would spend it on exactly what's in front of us. Literally, I would invite the crew, everybody that we see here behind the camera. I would spend it on exactly what's in front of us and have a nice barbecue hangout.
All right, let me know. 4001. This is your money to spend on whatever you want. You can buy those beautiful ingredients, get your very own tomahawk. You can buy the boring stuff that, frankly, who wants to spend their own money on toilet paper? Not me. That's not what I grew up
chocolate.
for. You could buy flowers, whatever you like, but you've got to be in it to win it. Send me your most used emoji on the YouTube comments, on the text line, and you're in it to win it. Put your name on those messages. Up next, exclusive YouTube content if you're watching, and we're going to be talking about Chef Hattem Mattar himself. It's Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen Farmer. Should we go and check out what's happening on the text line?
Okay. Is YouTube working now? Is YouTube on? Oh, it is. Yes.
Okay, right. Look, should we see what people are saying?
Got a comment on YouTube as well.
No, leave it. That's enough.
Broccoli.
It's okay. No, leave it. Leave it.
All right. Broccoli. Someone, Zahir saying steak.
Yes, Zahir is my guy.
Quick
yes,
way
man,
to your
Zahir.
heart.
Yes, man, Zahir.
Usman, avocado.
Avocado.
Burger and fries. Afia.
Cake.
What's Patrick saying? Pasta?
What is that? Oh, bolognese.
Pizza.
Marjan says pizza. Okay.
So Tom is joining us after the break.
Yep.
He's going to be talking about his visit
To Stanhope. How long do we have
Of course, sir.
Because
with Tom?
we lose sometimes your voice when
So we've got 10 minutes.
you're facing Helen.
Okay.
2, and then we have got that
so
goes
sorry.
into
No
the
problem.
news headlines 5:25. So about 15 minutes with Tom. You can
Francis.
listen along, you can comment on whatever.
Chef, what do you want to do in the next segment on the food front?
I'm gonna glaze this,
Yep.
and we're gonna put them on the grill, that's it. We can get them. We can do the mushrooms and we can do the steak.
Tom's joining us next to
So
talk.
let's just do the steak then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can talk about Stanhope
Okay.
as well. Cool. All right. We're good.
Okay. Okay. Steak. Helen.
Hi.
Tenderloin. Barbecue. Okay. There we go. Let's do it.
Have a little drink of water while you can.
A date.
We okay?
3,
Yeah, bring him in. And he's here.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Tom's audio is okay? I can bring him in? Okay, let's do it. So we start here again in the center.
Where do you want Tom? Do
I want a 3.8.
you want Tom on my side? On this side? Yeah. Perfect.
We need
What do you need?
probably plates, but we'll do that on the next break. Next one.
We could do that, and we'll do that at the longer break. Cool. Have a little reset. So why stand broke? Happy cows.
Happy cows.
Happy cows.
Lots of space. I've just worked out the farm is the same size as the whole of the peninsula of Qatar. 1.2 million hectares.
Yeah, they heard with helicopters.
Yeah.
They heard
Yeah.
with helicopters.
Yeah.
Save this content for
Yeah,
the
exactly.
for the
I'll
radio.
just give you the bits.
Amazing. And then we can get. Okay, this is.
You should come out with us.
Oh man, I'd love that. Well, you know, I just did a big dinner for them at Burj Al Arab.
Yeah.
For them, the owners.
But
with,
how can you cook
yeah.
it if you haven't seen the origin?
Yeah.
You have
We,
to
and we did a Wagyu steamship, Mendi. We did all of their cuts on our frame, and we did 200 of Dubai's chefs, Royal Mirage, Zuma, all of them, and they were all blown away. It was fantastic.
I did it with them at night after.
Oh yeah. What did they say?
I loved it. Absolutely loved
Okay,
it. They said it
fantastic.
was
No, I would love that.
phenomenal.
I would love that. We turned that into some cool content if we went out to see them.
Oh, there we are.
There we are.
So all go, go, go. Would you open this until it's ready, or can you?
We can. Yes, we can. Yeah, we can.
Yep. Okay.
This is gonna go on here when you're done on the Stanbrook piece.
Right.
So, you're going to be taking us to Australia next.
Take you to Australia. It's rather a long flight, and then it's another long flight
is a bit
after
quicker.
that. So it'll be. It's always you never know whether you're going to get the. If you're
when-
going to be lucky and we're going to get Brendan's jet, or we get the little Cessna.
Oh
one,
yeah.
One takes
he
2
has it.
hours.
Yes,
the other one.
yes, he's got.
The other
he's
one
got-
takes 5.
He's got 2.
He's got.
Okay, perfect. I'm excited. I'm getting hungry. I haven't had any lunch, so not totally on purpose. So I'm
Yeah.
right. Coming back on the radio.
is what it's like to be famous. All these cameras.
Helen Farmer with you with not one but two foodies in the house. We are broadcasting live from Spinneys HQ here at Meydan. Our guest chef for the very special Farmer's Kitchen, as you just heard on radio and on YouTube too, Chef Hattem Mattar. We are cooking up some incredible tomahawk steak. We're going to put some Wagyu on the grill very soon. And getting the story behind the produce now with Tom Harvey, commercial manager. And I'm so honoured to have stolen you away from a very busy week because I know it's been very full on, but we're having a nice backyard barbecue.
This is it. This is the way to finish the week.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Relax a
agree
little
more.
bit. Yeah.
And I think the food's going to be great in about half an hour's
I hope so.
time. So tell us a little bit about Stanhope, where this beautiful Australian meat is coming from.
So Stanbrook's a beef. It's a vertically integrated beef business. This is what's slightly different about it is that they do every part of the process. So quite often you'd have somebody does the farming, somebody else is doing the processing. What Stanbrook do is everything. So they have a huge farm.
Okay, give us numbers and then
so-
explain in a way
So
that I
I'm
will
gonna-
understand.
I'm going to put it, it's 1.2 million hectares of land in northern Queensland in Australia. Now to put it into context, that's about the same size as the whole of the peninsula of Qatar. Wow. It's actually just a little bit bigger than the whole of the peninsula.
Australians
So,
do it big.
yeah, they do it big. So I mean, when we go out, it's sort of you've got to fly in. You have to be up in the air just to sort of get a sense of how big and how vast and open the land is. So it's amazing.
How many head of cattle do they have on?
300,000.
Oh my gosh.
It's a big operation. And but it's big, wild, open Australian country, completely natural, just pristine. So it's an amazing place to go and visit.
How many times have you been?
I think I've been 4 now.
Wow.
Yeah, been pretty lucky. We try and get out once a year. If I'm not out, then somebody else from the team is out there because we always want to go and check what's going on with our producers. So we make sure to check in and see what's going on.
So tell us a little bit about that environment and how it lends itself to the amazing produce we've got today. What do we need to know about that landscape and how the cows are cared for to equally make Chef Hattem a very happy griller?
Yeah.
So for the Wagyu, it comes in a couple of different stages. So the first part is they're up in northern Queensland. So Brendan, who owns Stanbrook, he also controls the genetics. So he has got a handful of very, very lucky bulls.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Who have the time of their lives.
Have the time of their life, exactly. Yeah, but it then means because he's just using a very small pool of bulls to get the right genetics, he's got that consistency just from the start. So the calves arrive. They will go out into this unspoilt land, and they spend about 18 months out there roaming around, grazing naturally. They make sure there's access to plenty of water, but it's a very natural
Open space.
existence.
Can I ask about the feed? Because I get a bit confused about, grain versus grass and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
That's a good question.
Would you mind explaining what happens at Stanbrook? And then maybe we can ask about even the impact it might have on taste as well.
Yeah. So there's different programs. So everything starts off as grass-fed, and then for the Wagyu, what we do is we take it from up in northern Queensland, and then we bring it down from that big open area to what we call the backgrounding farms, which is then very, very lush grass. And they start to then actually introduce a little bit of the grain-fed feed and just get the cattle used to the change in diet. And they then come in to the feedlot, and then they go on to a specialist ration. Again, Brendan, the team at Stanbrook, it's their feedlot. It's their feed mill, so they've got control of everything. It's an amazing feed. You pick it up and smell it. It's sweet. It's got corn. It's got barley. It's got molasses in there. So it's a really high energy ration.
Yeah.
And what that does is help to give the marbling, which is what this man wants so much.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, 100%.
I've even read to the extent, maybe it's the same with beef, but certainly in lamb, that seasonality, the herbs, the grass that they're eating on can impact the taste.
That's 100% correct.
Wow.
In French cuisine, they call it terroir, which means the flavor of the earth. So Welsh lamb, Australian beef, and depending on what they're eating and what's coming out of the ground, it's the flavor of where they're grazing. So Welsh lamb, because of the salt water that washes over the grass, is the flavor of that Welsh lamb.
Wow.
And Stanbrook has a flavor from that lush grass that they're using, and then the feed that they finish them off, it has a flavor profile different to the other beef.
Amazing stuff. So we've got some beautiful Spinneys produce in front of us, and don't forget, guys, you can watch on YouTube. You can, of course, listen along, as many of you are, on Dubai I-103.8, and if you want to win 500 dirhams to spend in Spinneys, you need to send us, in the YouTube comments, on 4001, on the app or the WhatsApp, your most used food emoji. Had a little check before. You've got a favourite already. There was a steak.
I do.
Zabir, shout out to you. You know the way to Chef Hattem Mattar's heart. We've also had some pasta, pizza, obviously. Tom Harvey, you can't win this prize, obviously.
I can't win. I'm not very good with emojis.
I was going to say, what's your favourite emoji?
I think maybe just because it's one of my favourite foods, I'm going to go for the pizza emoji.
Yes,
okay,
all right.
Nice.
So we have got our beautiful Top Gun Tomahawk already smoking away.
Yeah.
We've got now this Wagyu you were just explaining to us in terms of the thinness of the cut and just how quickly it's going to cook. But before it goes anywhere near the barbecue, Chef, what are we going to do to it?
I learned early in my pretend culinary career that the better an ingredient is, the less you have to do with it.
Oh.
Right?
So let it
essentially
shine.
what we want to do is we want to highlight the Stanbrook beef, the flavor that it has. We're going to put this on the grill as is. And then right before you flip, when you flip it and it's got that crust on it, we're going to glaze it. And then we're going to glaze the other side when it comes out, and that's the dish. That's
amazing. We've done a bit of a hack today, for those of you who've just tuned in. We're making a Yakitori rice bowl. And I shouldn't admit this, I still can't cook rice.
Me neither, by the way.
I am useless.
Me neither.
We got a 50 dirham rice cooker years ago, and it has been the best purchase our household has ever made. And I was like, how are we going to do rice, outside at Spinneys?
Yeah.
But no, we just went downstairs.
Just go downstairs. We've got it. We've got rice ready prepared for
and
you.
it's fried rice, no
there.
less.
Making it even easier. Right, let's get this on the grill. We've got
Let's
1
do it.
minute before we head over to the headlines.
So-
Chef Hattem Mattar with us today, and Tom Harvey speaking to us from Spinneys. He has been to the farms where this incredible beef comes from numerous times. And thank you for talking about the relationship you have with your producers. I hope more of us care about where our food is coming from. Do you feel like people are asking more questions in store?
They absolutely are asking questions, and so it's great for us to be able to give customers the confidence of knowing, we know the farmers. So when we talk about the feedlot, we can talk to customers and say, well, it's Andrew that is actually looking after the cattle here, and then we can take people. We've got our little video on YouTube as well of the Stanbrook farm, so people can log on to the Spinneys channel and have a look at what we're doing there. We want to take people on the journey with us.
Tom Harvey, thank you so much for your time. You can go and chill out for half an hour, and then we're going to feed you some incredible food. Stay with us. After the headlines, we are going to be finding out what's happening on these grills and putting some things together. It is Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen. Farmer Chef Hattem Mattar are going to be telling his story. He's saying there's no culinary education. That is absolute nonsense. He's slept by barbecues to get this good. We're going to be hearing more about that. And don't forget to send those messages in to 4001. Let us know where you're going this weekend. You can comment on YouTube too. Fantastic to have you with us, whether you're watching or listening to Farmer's Kitchen. We're still live on YouTube. Can we have a little peek at what's happening under the grill? Come on. You're
Yeah,
in the
I
know
know
you- I
This
know
one
you
or this
best.
one?
Well, I think
this one.
Let's do both. Let's have a look. Let's have a sneak peek for everyone watching.
I've cooked these Wagyu Tomahawks for you before, but not quite Top Gun style.
Look at this.
So look,
It's amazing.
Oh my
okay,
goodness.
look at the color.
Let's
Look.
get in close because we've got.
So look, can you see?
So the date has got really kind of charred and
yeah.
caramelized.
Right, and you look at the color on this, right?
Already.
And because it's high heat, you'll note if we took this as is, like now, and put it on the afterburner, you could literally have a tomahawk steak in 10 minutes.
Amazing.
But
I think a lot of people feel intimidated.
Oh,
like you
man.
see that cut of meat in the supermarket and you're like, that looks like something Fred Flintstone would eat, and I don't know what to do with it.
I think it's one of the easiest.
100%. I agree with you.
So
4
I do the
minutes
same
aside.
as you. Yeah, one side hot, one side cold on the barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5 minutes, turn it over, 4 or 5 minutes, then onto the
On the
cold side for 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
Listen. Look at you too,
Yeah.
by the way. You too, by the way. You know your way around.
No, I get cooking anxiety, which
you
is
knew
why I
the
love
spices,
cooking with you
knew
guys.
indirect. You know your way around the grill, don't?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so
this is looking
that's doing its thing.
beautiful.
Look at the wood on this side, and essentially, brisket is done low and slow, but you can do a high heat smoke. There's some people, world champion barbecue guys, that do brisket and ribs hot and fast.
Wow.
Oh, it's something to see, by the way.
Does the original piece of meat need to be any different to what you would do low
No,
and slow?
no, it's a technique. It's a
Interesting.
technique.
Wow.
There's guys that'll do a brisket in 18 hours, and there's guys that'll do it and come out bang on the money in 6.
Amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's your favourite wood to use when you're doing this?
So we've got not a proprietary blend, but we use 3 different kinds of oak. for the brisket, which is our bread and butter. But then Christmas time, New Year's, Easter, we do cherry apple pecan for all of our poultry. And the secret, there's no secrets in barbecue, but the secret there is that cherry will give you color on any meat. So when it looks brown and beautiful on the outside, that's from cherry smoke.
Right.
Wow, that's
It depends on what we're doing. Our bacon is hickory and mesquite, and the mesquite comes from Oman.
From Oman?
Yeah.
I didn't realize they had mesquite.
Yeah, and it's just the brush, by the way. It's like out in the brush. They go out into the desert and collect it. And then we've got super cool things that we do to some of the hotels. We smoke garlic, we smoke salt, we smoke a whole bunch of stuff. And depending on what the end product, we smoke chocolate, by the way. Depending on what the end product is, you choose the wood accordingly, because
So
it
you
is
can
actually the
reverse
first
engineer
ingredient.
it.
Yeah, it is the first ingredient.
Can we have a peek here? Or are
Let's
we gonna,
do it.
Yeah.
This one,
So
actually.
this is our Yakitori Wagyu.
Oh,
Oh,
so
this is better
good.
than being in
This
the
is-
studio. I'm going to go home smelling absolutely delicious.
Delicious.
This is what
Yeah.
I smell like every day. It's called Eau de Mattar.
I was just about to say, do I feel a cologne collaboration coming out? You guys have a look. I'm going to go and check out what's
Okay.
happening on the text line.
amazing.
What do you think?
Absolutely
Super
stunning.
easy.
I love it when it's like this.
We've got
So-
some good barbecue emojis coming in. People know the way to win today.
So what we're gonna do is, you see, we actually didn't put anything on there. We're gonna take this glaze, and this glaze is mirin, garlic, a lot of garlic, ginger, and because the mirin is sweet, when this goes out, some Malden salt, and then that's your finished dish. This is literally 2 seconds away from being finished.
Wow.
Delish.
Sesame,
I think
chives.
we need some plates. Can we get some plates from anywhere?
Yeah, plates.
Because we're gonna get this plated up, and then we're gonna come back and do some veggies in a minute. So for anyone watching, don't forget, get into the comments, guys. We want your most used food emojis
There's right there, right
and
there,
the YouTube
right there.
comments.
Plates are right there.
And you could be winning 500 dirhams to spend at Spinneys. What would you spend that money on? Tomahawk.
Probably a Wagyu Tomahawk.
That's it.
It's
Good
my-
answer.
it's my-
Good answer.
It's my go-to. You know,
Amazing.
People are coming around at the weekend. That is the.
Oh, Caitlin, thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So here we go.
Is this the Mirin?
Yes.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't really smell of anything.
Taste it. It's sometimes
How
it's
can I
thick.
take- I don't want to stick my finger in it.
The-
No, I'm not. People are
this.
watching. No, I won't. I have washed my hands, but that's a
Okay.
step too far. I'll stick a
Okay.
skewer in. How's that for a little compromise?
Okay. Now what we're gonna do?
That's lovely. Mmm. That's really lovely.
That doesn't fall.
So that's the Mirin.
Want anything cleared? All okay?
No, we're good. We're square. What we're gonna do is we take this bowl. Are we plating?
We can. This is our rice bowl.
Yeah.
Right. Gonna kick you out the kitchen.
Right.
Nice to see you.
Likewise.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Come back for feed later.
I will.
I think in about 20 minutes we'll be eating. So we'll get these chopped up, and then we're having a rice bowl. We're having a rice plate. That's
Both.
fine.
Oh yeah, you want to do the intro to the next one? The yup.
1 minute.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Do not post that. I don't know what came over me. All right, Chef. We'll talk a little bit about you next. Messages coming in. Don't forget you can send any questions in for Chef Hattem if you're getting in touch. The gloves are on.
Helen, you want to introduce the next bowl?
I haven't got time.
No.
30 seconds. All right.
Man, I smell it.
I know, right?
Um,
Do you ever have like a meat-free Monday?
I actually believe I can't. This is on.
This is on YouTube, so
this is on- I'm not
this
gonna
is
say.
exclusive
I was gonna
YouTube
say-
content.
I was gonna say, do you know, because we cook barbecue all the time, unless we have guests, I taste it every day, right? So
Right.
when we go out,
Good.
I'm not doing barbecue. I'm not eating barbecue.
Helen Farmer with you. We are live on Dubai Eye 103.8 for the first time in Dubai Eye history. You can tune in live on YouTube too. So you can put any questions, comments in there. This is your chance to win 500 dirhams to spend in Spinneys by sending me on 4001 or in the comments your most used food emoji. That's all you need to do. There's no right, there's no wrong. We're going to pick a winner at random. Make sure you pop your name on it. We are joined today by Chef Hattem Mattar, and we are cooking up an absolute storm this Friday. We've got a beautiful tomahawk steak. It's got dates, it's got a beautiful dry rub. That's doing its thing. And we've just got our Wagyu off the grill. We're making Yakitori rice bowls as well. So if you've got any questions when it comes to barbecuing, I mean, what an amazing opportunity to pick the brains of the best in the business live on the show. Any questions for Chef Hattem Mattar, get in touch. You've just been slicing up the beautiful Wagyu there. I'm curious about...
Wait.
What?
I was going to do something, but then I realized
What?
it's missing something.
A
1 second.
little finesse. What are we adding? Some chives, some sesame. You're going to give me a little taste? If I'm eating live on YouTube and the radio, you need to be talking when I'm eating. Because
So?
Okay. What we got?
This is finished dish.
Thank you. All right, Chef, tell me, what do we need to know about you and growing up to understand where you are today?
So I was an engineer, and I was the vice president of an oil and gas company. Spent a lot of time in Texas, and going to Texas, I had brisket for the first time maybe 9 years ago, 2014.
Just quickly interrupt you because I can talk now.
Yeah.
That was absolutely delicious.
Super simple.
Do
Can you
you-
taste the beef?
I can taste everything.
You see?
Do you remember your first brisket? Was it like
Oh,
a, was
man.
it like a milestone?
It was
moment?
like, you know, like the hero or villain origin story when like
Yes.
Spider-Man bites the thing. I had brisket and I'm like, wow.
Life has
Yeah,
changed
yeah.
forever.
I was like, I can't not have this. and really, it was that good. I mean, you've had brisket before, right? And it didn't exist in the city back then in 2014. So I started barbecuing in the backyard instead of flying it back. Because I was flying it back. And I was always getting stopped at the border, and the dogs would come to the bag.
Stop it.
And people were like, he's smuggling. I'm like, man, I
No,
swear
no,
it's
no.
beef.
It's
It's beef, I swear. So I'm
That
like,
is too funny. Like,
Yeah,
this is not sustainable.
I can't do this anymore. So I taught myself, spent a lot of time trial and error, bought my first smoker, and then trial and errored with friends and family. You know what a brisket's like. It's like this big.
Yeah, you need some friends and family for feedback
Yeah,
on
exactly. 30 friends and family. So we fed a lot of people. And then we think we got it right. Then we asked them. They said we got it right, and we kept on improving until we were brave enough to do it in public. And when we did it in public, the public told us we were bang on the money, and here we are.
And
8
for a
years
long
later.
time, you were doing that in parallel with the day
Yeah.
job as well.
Yeah,
And
it
now
was.
you've got Fire, awesome restaurant, really
Thank you very
close
much.
by
Yes.
here in Mejdool.
Yeah, Fire's right down the
He's
street.
popping up all over the place. You're at, Al Sakal, Taste of Dubai is happening this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm with Chef Hattem Mattar today. Don't forget, if you want to watch live, you can hop on over to our Instagram stories. There's a link there, make it super, super easy, and you can see exactly what we are prepping. Send any questions, comments there as well. Can I ask you about resting? Because that meat came straight off.
Yeah.
And we've chopped it up.
We rest. So
Tell
resting.
us about the science.
Resting is a function of the thickness of your steak. This is a trade secret, but we rest our brisket for 1/3 of the time it's been cooking. So if you imagine that our brisket cooks for 18 hours, 1/3 of that time, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
don't make me do maths live
No,
on the
no,
radio.
but
I'm joking.
it's 3 or 4 hour rest. If you're cooking a 1/4 inch steak, you rest it for 10 to 15 minutes.
And this is very, very thin.
But this
so
is very thin,
this
so
is
resting
it's
it.
just chilling.
Yes.
So we've got this beautiful, beautiful Wagyu that was on the grill really for just not very long at all, 5 minutes? maybe?
And you see how it's cooked here in the middle? It's still medium, right? You've got
Gorgeous, but you've
You
got a
see?
nice char on it as
Yeah.
well.
So it's got that grill flavor, a little bit of sesame.
So we have done a bit of a hack and we've gone down to the deli counter at Spinneys downstairs to buy the rice because, I mean, I don't have the
Because
skills to
we're-
cook.
and we're not gonna-
Neither of us can cook rice.
I didn't want to embarrass myself and say we don't know how to make rice, but
But
I
I
don't
re-
have-
I-
I actually
I
don't know how
really
to make
don't.
Really, it's true.
This would be a great sharing thing to put down in front of people. I mean, it's taken literally a few minutes. So, Chef, you are probably one of the busiest men in Dubai. So thank you so much for making
My
time with
pleasure,
us to
my
cook,
pleasure.
to cook along.
My pleasure.
What is it that you love? What kind of keeps you going? Because the long hours, the physicality of it all, what keeps you going?
Can I tell you? We're not in the food business. We're in the hospitality business. And being hospitable is part of our culture. So getting to do that under the guise of culinary, being a diplomat, being somebody that represents who we are under the guise of cuisine or under the guise of barbecue to everywhere in the world, because we're not making a specific cuisine. Like, you know, if you made Arabic food, it would alienate a certain group of people, or French food, but barbecue belongs to everybody. So getting to be a live fire diplomat wakes me up in the morning every day.
Live fire diplomat. But
Yeah.
we should say you have travelled the world.
Yes, that's
you
true.
know, you've cooked, you know, on behalf of, you know,
The
the
UAE.
UAE.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, in the States.
Yes.
It's an amazing accomplishment. But also from that kind of personal connection as well, do you see people having that moment that you had, that this is my first bite of brisket and
100%.
everything has changed?
You know what makes, not my week, it'll make my month if I see somebody take a bite of our sandwich and do the eyes closed thing. You know when they
That
go,
way.
you know when someone closes their eyes when they have a meal? If someone does that, I'm over the moon.
Tell us a little bit about fire. So going from these pop-ups and, you know, literally, you brought your barbecues here today.
Yeah.
To having this permanent space where, as the name suggests, you know, live fire is the real star of the show. What was the concept you had in mind, and how's it evolved over the last year?
So my partners and I come from different walks of life, and we created a space that the name innate to the name Faya is the desert out in Sharjah, Al Faya,
I didn't know that.
and then Faya, the actual element. So essentially the place is wildfire, right? The wild, and you get to see everything that we're making, salad all the way to dessert, over live fire. So every day there isn't anything electric that we use to cook anything.
What desserts are you making on live fire?
We make a dulce de leche pancake.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Oh my
We've got a grilled pineapple with ginger and mango. So the place is incredible. We've got olive trees that are 1,500 years old.
I have to say, it's not just a bit of a food moment. It's
Yeah.
become a bit of an Instagram
Oh
moment.
my gosh.
It's one of the most beautiful spots in Dubai.
100%. And the Ketura Reserve and where it is designed to reflect the Mediterranean cultures, and it's designed to make you, the gentleman behind Ketura said, I want people to miss Ketura when they're at work. They miss home.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
What are
so-
you planning for Ramadan?
Ramadan's going to be incredible. We've got a Ramadan menu that involves brisket mendi.
Oh,
I don't want to say.
wow.
I mean, I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Put
I
those
just-
hands together.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We've got brisket mendi. We've got something called fatir meshaltet, which is an Egyptian pastry, and then we stuff that with Egyptian cheese and all of our smoked chorizo and sausage. Yeah. And the gentleman that's making it is actually the gentleman that's been making that cuisine for our family since I was 15 years old.
No
I swear.
way.
True.
You've brought him over
Yeah,
as part
yeah. He's been with us here in Dubai for 3 years now.
Chef Hattem Mattar with us today. We're going to find a fork. We're going to get tasting this incredible yakitori rice bowl, and it's time to get the big boy off the barbecue. So tune in if you haven't yet popped over to YouTube to see what's happening here at our beautiful location at Spinneys Meydan HQ. To see us in action, you're going to get a little bit behind the scenes in a minute as well. The YouTube link is in our Instagram stories. Plus, it's your very last chance to tell me your most used food emoji on 4001 on the app, or the YouTube comments as well. 500 dirhams to spend at Spinneys. We're keeping you moving this Friday afternoon and finding out what's happening on our roads with Chloe.
Man, that's fantastic.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I think we need to.
Can I make you something? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
let's do it.
Oh my God. So look,
Some forks.
this is.
Yeah.
Do we have forks and knives? Do we have forks and knives? We don't. Forks and knives, Spinneys,
What's a knife? Okay.
or just forks?
Just a fork is fine.
You know it's.
I think even fingers is fine.
Look, I'm gonna look. You do it. Take this. Oh, we're live.
We're good. Can I eat?
Dip.
Dip?
Yes, big time.
Okay, I think we need to get close in on some dipping action here because this looks absolutely...
But like dip, I mean like actually, yeah.
Get in there.
Yeah, get in there, like swimwear.
Oh my gosh.
That's yeah.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah. Listen, can you feel?
That's-
I'm being serious.
Amazing.
Spinneys team, you guys got to get in on this.
Oh my God.
I'm just
Is
telling you.
anyone hungry?
Yeah.
Come on over. Oh my gosh. We've got some garlic in those
Okay,
tomatoes, hey?
Okay, look. This Man, do
Seriously
this,
good.
Dip in this. Like, no, get in there. Like, get in, yeah.
So, we got the seas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
move to
problem,
the side.
no problem, no problem. Okay, close. No, keep it. It's almost done. We're 10 to 15 minutes. Keep going.
He knows what he's doing, right?
I know a few things about it.
He knows a
Did
few
you try more?
things about barbecue.
Get in there. No, more.
So just remind us what's in the tomato confit.
So the secret is chipotle.
Chipotle. Oh. But it's really jammy. Like it's just delicious.
Do it.
It's a good jammy confit.
We're Bob Marley. We're jamming.
We're jamming.
We're jamming.
This is a good day at the
Thanks,
office.
man. Thank you. I'm here all week. Tip your waitress. Try the Stanbrook. Please hold the applause.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
I saw.
Thanks, chef.
Can we talk about the knife with your name on it?
Oh yeah.
Was this a gift? What's the deal?
So we were the first Arab chefs to be invited to the World Championships in Brazil, and we did a fantastic job representing the Arab world out there, if I say so myself.
Perhaps you should.
And Tramontina is a Brazilian behemoth, colossus in company.
Tramontina.
Yeah, and they make fridges, they make tables, they make
Oh, wow.
knives, and they gifted me that knife when I was there.
Do you travel with knives? I mean,
do.
Tell me about the accoutrement we've got going on here.
This is when I was Special Forces, private security. That's a true story. This knife is missing, but it's a buck that I caught in Texas when I was there, and we turned that buck into sausage for the ranch, and then I turned the horn into a knife.
Wow. See?
Everything's a
But
story.
with the farm then,
Yeah.
what's the kind of day-to-day on the farm right now?
Oh my gosh. You
What's
wake-
there? What animals are you having?
We have chickens, we have ducks, we have rabbits, we have geese. We have 5 German shepherds, we have 1 Rottweiler, we have a zonkey. Which
A what?
Is a zonkey.
A donkey.
He's half zebra, half donkey.
Stop
I
it.
swear.
What's his name?
His name is Inigo, after the Princess Bride. Inigo, you know?
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't a donkey
From
called
the Princess
Inigo.
Bride. We have a donkey. She's a mule. She's half thoroughbred, half donkey. She's beautiful. Her name is Mercedes.
Ah, but of course.
From the Count of Monte Cristo. And Tamara and Hannah named them. And yeah, that's enough.
That's more than
Oh,
that.
and we've got bees. We've got thousands of bees.
Oh, that's interesting. Have you got any honey from them yet?
We do.
Are you using it in any?
The honey that's being used at Taste of Dubai this weekend for the jalapeno poppers, the barsha bullets that we're making,
Yes.
is our honey.
Tell me about the poppers.
Yeah, so we call it the barsha bullet. It's a jalapeno wrapped in bacon that we make from scratch,
From?
stuffed from Stanbrook beef.
Wow.
We stuff that with Egyptian Rumi cheese, 18-hour smoked brisket. We wrap it in bacon. We smoke it over oak. We drizzle it in honey. We flake mold and salt over it. And Robert is your father's brother.
I feel like hot honey's having a bit of a moment in the condiment front. Like
you-
people being on pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
It's
And
a-
you can make it at home.
Really?
Yeah. It's chili, honey. We use high quality honey and high quality chili and let that ferment.
Really? So it's not just a mix, you need to let it ferment?
No. Give
Interesting.
it some time.
We're going to come back on the radio in a minute. So we think we'll get this beautiful
Tomahawk.
off. I don't think we've got any forks, but we'll figure it out. But we've got some plates. Okay,
Yep.
coming back in 5.
Get this out of here. Oh, the birds are coming through in a big way. We'll get this.
Helen
here.
Farmer with you. Chef Hattem Mattar is my co-host and barbecue chef extraordinaire. He is the first Arab pitmaster in the world, and we've been grilling some incredible dishes. We've just finished up this yakitori rice bowl. I have to say, I don't want to say the star of the show, but my goodness, what an incredible piece of meat we've been working with today. We've got, I keep on wanting to call it the Tom Cruise Tomahawk.
The Tom Cruise Tomahawk.
It's not, it's called
I do my own stunts, by
a
the way.
Top Gun Tomahawk. It's been on the grill now for about half an hour or so.
Yeah.
We put this beautiful rub on, which is the Spinneys barbecue dry rub, cumin in there, some chili in there, some heat, and then
Yeah, good.
pressed
You got that one off the bat. Dates.
fresh dates into it.
Yeah.
Should we have a little look?
Let's do it.
Let's have a look. By the way, for those of you who are listening, oh my goodness, and listening and not watching, we had a little try of the tomato confit with that Wagyu, and it was incredible. How much does that tomahawk weigh? Hattem?
This is about a kilo and a half. I would say kilo and a half, but don't forget that's kilo and a half bone in.
Yes.
But if this was at a restaurant, which we have by the way, but any restaurant you go to, a tomahawk is 2 to 3 people. Unless you're our crew, you could do this by yourself.
It's a one guy thing.
Yeah, this is a 2 to 3
Okay,
person dish.
the glove is out. It's coming off. Oh my goodness, guys, you need to be watching this on YouTube. This looks absolutely
Okay, we're gonna take those.
insane.
We're gonna take those dates off in just a bit. So
Okay, we're bringing it to the board.
yeah,
I'm really intrigued to see what kind of cook we have on this. So pushing those dates off, we can eat the dates, right?
oh, 100%.
Okay, good.
They actually go into the final dish.
Okay,
But look at the cook on this.
let's just lift up so we can show our friends over here. That looks absolutely stunning. So it's all the way around the side.
Yeah. Whoops.
It's all right. Don't need a script.
Okay, so you can see that it is actually cooked. This edge got a really nice cook. The color is fine, and we're gonna finish it on here with that butter that I told you about.
Okay, I'm expecting a bit of a drama moment here.
This
with
is-
some flames, and I quite like having eyebrows, so I'm gonna step back.
We're gonna do this.
Okay,
We're gonna
Chef
put-
Hattem Mattar.
Okay, and then
So just explain for those people who are listening today. You've just put this on what you call a chimney, is that right?
yes, this is a chimney, and what we're doing now is we're putting it over a very high heat, and you'll see now while we're drizzling this butter on it. Ooh,
Oh, Hattem, you come around to this side so we
Yeah,
can
there we
see on
go.
YouTube the flame that's coming off
this way.
this.
There you go. So
Wow, we've got about a foot of flame coming off that chimney.
okay, and we're gonna do that to both sides actually.
So you're just brushing on some
Some blue cheese butter.
blue cheese butter.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are a bit gouty, I mean, just go for it.
Okay.
The smell
But
is
you see,
insane.
Do you see now why it's called the afterburner or the tomahawk steak?
Yes.
Sorry, not the tomahawk, the Top Gun tomahawk. You see?
Proper. We've even got some Top Gun music. Rick, you are the man.
Do it.
He's playing it.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
man,
hear it. I
wanna
can hear it.
Come on, I wish I could hear this. Okay, so this is our Top Gun tomahawk. There we go.
Wow. And immediately you can see this beautiful char that's coming through from those flames. And how long it's going to be there?
This is a minute.
Just incredible. So you reckon 2 to 3 people?
I mean, I think you and I are going to finish this on our own.
I think we'll have to have a long ad break so we can sit down and have a little mid-afternoon snack. But I'm up for it. In terms of, we've got some veggies here.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I don't want it to be emotionally distressing. Do you ever have a meat-free day?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Oh, no joke, no joke. You know, on the all kidding aside, on the health side of things, even the guys that do beef. Oh, look at that.
Wow, look at that.
Honestly, what do you think?
Oh, honestly, cut that thing open, please.
We gotta rest it.
Oh,
We
for how
gotta
long?
rest it.
This
We
is
gotta rest it.
torture.
We
Okay,
gotta rest it.
you need to distract me by cooking something else
No,
while
what
we
we're
let
gonna-
this
what
rest.
we're going to do is we're going to get these beautiful oyster mushrooms.
So you've scored these.
We've scored
it looks
these, we've
like.
cross-hatched them, and this is local honey and olive oil.
Really?
Yeah, so you'll get a nice.
You were just saying on YouTube, for those people that weren't watching there, about your city farm. You've got
Yeah.
your very own farm,
We've
complete with a zonkey
Yeah,
By the
and
way.
our own bees.
and your own bees.
Yeah, and our own bees.
So honey is definitely having a bit of a moment, I think, and I just hearing there from Tom Harvey from Spinneys, just that people caring more about where their food comes from.
100%.
This provenance, this truth telling about it all. Is that something that people coming to you about with fire as well?
You know, the more connected you are to where your ingredients come from, the more connected you are to your health.
Also, interesting study recently regarding some sustainability pieces about if you know where your food comes from, you're not going to over-order, you respect it more.
100%.
So there's less
That's
food
true.
waste.
That's true.
Which
I
I
agree
think
with-
is
I agree with that
really
100%.
is really crucial. Let's just put these ones on, Hattem. Let's get these on the grill.
So
Which barbecue are we going to?
we're going to the hottest one,
Okay, here we go.
including you, of course.
They look good. I'm not a mushroom person, to be honest. I met the guys from Below Farm recently. Have you
Oh,
met them?
they're fantastic.
Oh my goodness, they are such a great, UAE based as well, and some incredible mushrooms. Even doing mushroom chips, which were really interesting to
Can I
eat.
tell you something about these? If you've got guests for this meal, and they want the same experience as this,
Yeah,
you cook these the same way you would cook steak.
that's a nice idea.
Yeah.
Mix it
And
up.
so you could glaze them exactly the same way.
With the mirin.
Mirin and everything, put them over the fried rice, and you've got a vegetarian dish.
Tell us about fire. Are you catering for the veggies and the vegans there?
We have a cauliflower that's grilled and then put it in an uni oven with tahini on the bottom. Chef Gonzalo came up with this dressing that has lemon, lime, tahina over a grilled cauliflower and tomato sauce. It is incredible.
We had a message earlier about pizza. Would you do a pizza on a barbecue?
We do pizza on the barbecue,
It's a fire.
100%.
Wow. Burgers.
I think we've got Dubai's best burger.
Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted to ask you. This is a really big shout.
I think, I honestly, last year, I gotta tell the truth, I was anti-burger.
Didn't want to put it on the menu.
I didn't want to put it on the menu because everybody's got a burger. And then our partners, we all got together. One of our partners made the burger that he makes at home. His name is Faisal. And I'm
Shout
like,
out to Faisal.
Yeah, big shout out to Faisal. And he's like, man, I think this would be a good burger. And I'm like, man, I'm the chef and I don't think burgers would be a good idea. We did 1.3 million burgers last season.
Stop
I swear.
it.
I swear.
Why do you think it's the best in town?
We grind our own meat. It's picanha-based burger. So we take that cut of meat as is, grind it. It goes directly over a charcoal plancha. And the bread, the sauce, it's a super simple burger. It's not extravagant.
Yeah.
Pickles, the burger, the bun, that's it.
No gold leaf inside.
No, astaghfirullah. Yeah.
We've only got a few seconds left, so if you are watching on YouTube, we're going to have a little taste live on YouTube. But for those of you listening, I just want to say a huge thanks to you, Chef Hattem Mattar. You have
Thank you
been
for having me. This is
my dream co-host on a Friday afternoon.
This is tradition for us. We got to keep this tradition going.
I know.
Right?
We absolutely should. I learn something from you every single time. And you can, if you don't want to cook at home, you can go and get some of Chef Hattem Mattar's food this weekend. Taste Dubai, and of course at Fire as well. What are you cooking at Taste?
Taste of Dubai, we've got smoked sausage, we've got our brisket, we've got our jalapeno poppers, and we've got chicken wings for the kids.
Oh my goodness, Chef Hattem Mattar, you're an absolute superstar. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Hop on over to YouTube as we taste this incredible tomahawk steak live. And a huge shout out to all of you who got in touch with your most used emojis. Usman, you are today's winner. Avocado. Could you do avocado on the grill?
No.
No, the
That's
irony.
something you can do, no.
You've won 500 dirhams to spend at Spinneys, so more competitions coming your way. And heading over now to catch up with your latest from the ARN News team and everyone back at Dubai Eye Studio. This looks amazing.
Are we done?
We're off the radio. We're still on
Okay.
YouTube
So,
because I think we need to eat this, right? We need to eat this. I think we need to get the crew down to come and have a little nibble.
Show them.
I've got 1 minute until
Can Helen start her show here?
I'm going to take a piece of meat over to
Wait, I gotta give you dates. I gotta give you, take a date, take one of the grilled dates. Don't skip.
I think I need to head up there because I've got the show. Oh my gosh. You are the man. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Mwah. Stick around, feed the guys.
I will.
I'm gonna, I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a little plate.
Okay. We've got.
Hang on, I'm 20 seconds until I'm live.
Oh, we're still live on YouTube.
We're doing top of the hour now?
Yeah, one top of the hour, one top of the hour. You'll just do it from there, Helen. And then
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, good.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Take a picture of you.
Let's do it.
Helen Farmer with you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, we've been incredibly well fed over the last hour. Don't forget you can watch again over on the YouTube channel. It is Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen Farmer, brought to you by Spinneys, and we have been cooking up an absolute blinder with Chef Hattem Mattar. But it doesn't end here. We have got chefs galore for the next few hours. We're going to be talking about not one but two collaborations. Moonrise, Chef Tristan Farmer is back in Dubai. We're going to be catching up with those guys and finding what's on the menu. we are taking you to France, talking about the slow food revolution, and we've got prizes galore, including a cruise courtesy of the Dubai International Boat Show for you and 8 friends worth 4,000 dirhams. Well, we're staying with us here on the show. So much to talk about. 4001. You've got the app, of course. You've got the WhatsApp too. It's 04871 5500. I want to send you into the weekend as a winner. And we're catching up now with the latest from the ARN News team. Great to have you with us this Friday. Right, the fun continues, the eating is happening. Chef, thank you so much. Tom Harvey, absolute superstar. That's me, Helen Farmer, signing off for an absolute brilliant afternoon here at Spinneys HQ at Meydan. Thank you again to the team for the produce and to you for tuning in as well. We'll see you very soon for another live Farmer's Kitchen with me, Helen Farmer. Have a good one.
Get in there.